Well, hold on to your hats, everybody. Yeah, Echelon HQ is going to be fast, it's going to be furious, and it starts right now.
I'm pumped to see these SMGs really take over. This is going to be a hard map mode combo, I think, for a lot of our ARs. I also wouldn't be surprised to see some M4s come through as we have dueling incendiary drones to start. But once again, it's JCat Pacman starting things off hot with the early time.
Again, you don't have a lot of time to dodge them. Both, I think, Pentagram and Pacman were making a beeline for the point. Pacman just a little bit faster, maybe owing to some of the attachments on that primary weapon or the fact that he switched to his secondary while he ran. But as the fight begins, it was Team Pacman with an early lead here, but Ace is able to find a quick double and maybe run it on back.
Yeah, big break coming through, honestly. It's very convincing. I mean, it's Ace for all three, essentially. So now you have Pentagram once again taking over that space. I'm really curious to see if they're going to be trying to bunker up or control the space around the zone. Looks like we're getting the ladder here as once more it's Team Ace dominating in the kill feed and a chance to take their first lead.
He's unable trying to deal with Slacked. He, again, had the Biovita boost, a little bit harder to punch through your opponent when they've got that durability, but he gets there anyway. JCap also on the Libertad class. Well, potentially had a tough fight to take there, but Pentagram actually burnt down from Pacman's passive, so
yeah.
JCap gets a freebie.
The thing about this, though, Team X gave away that scrap time. They were looking to play for rotation. No one else was left besides just the solo final holder, so we go over towards the office area. Again, this is one of those that Katie was mentioning. Tunnels, staircases, high ground all over the place. It's hard to get a read on where the breaks are coming from, especially as you already have Crim6 in the mix, trying to get himself done for a solo break.
Seriously close quarters fighting right now. You see Pacman and JCap back-to-back, at least able to trade kills for the time being. Going to put their team in a decent spot here.
Nice
JCap
bio.
returns immediately, pops the Biovita boost. That means he can take down Ace, who apparently wasn't looking at him here. Those ACRs getting a lot of value. If you're not preferring to go SMG style, you can still do a lot up close.
The timing on that bio wasn't just great for JCap getting mixed, he also saved Sensor's life. So again, not trying to use it selfishly, but ooh, how about JCap, a little turn and burner there. Slack diving in, not able to get the kills, 10 seconds remain, and Team Pacman continue to grow their lead.
We saw this last time. Team Pacman looking pretty good when it came to domination and sort of zone control game types here. So keep an eye out for that over the course of this series. Could be a big difference maker. But on the rotate here, Ace is able to find two quick kills. JCap's hunting for that point here, but again, caught from behind. Ace with 3.
Yeah, I think the comm there was that Ace is trying to finesse the old time, so you saw JCap kind of hold his ground, try to get the trade, and then set up for another break attempt. But that play from Ace essentially guarantees the first 20 seconds over to his squad at the new zone. A chance for the break to start to come through. His Sensor getting a little bit of time and space here right in front of it, but he's being pressed, and the MagSec barrier is only used to try to keep him alive. First kill on the way in, and now a chance for the break to actually come through.
Sensor doesn't want to have to use his mag barrier that far off the point. The fact that he has to, expend it there is tough, and then he gets traded out as soon as he steps ahead of it. Here's Crim6 though. Teammates starting to make up that deficit that we're dealing with earlier on. Slacked again, gonna pop the Biovita boost, gonna look for another challenge here. Sensor backing away from it, knows he's disadvantaged here, tries to whip around the pole, but it's gonna be Slacked who gets what he came for.
Huge, absolutely huge hold coming through. Not a full 60, but darn close, and the end all be all. It led to the first 30 seconds going their way, so now we're on rotation again, looking to see who gets there first.
Crim6 is really digging XDefiant for the great gunplay and slick controls. So let's take a listen to what he thinks is the best part of the game.
Specific mechanic was being able to change directions midair on a jump. For me, I've always been a jump shotter, so I've always loved to just jump in gunfights. So being able to change directions midair, that's a buff. That's a Crim6 buff right there.
Crim6 buff or not, teammates have found themselves on the wrong end of this last zone here. Team Pacman with a pretty dominant showing. The man on your screen here, Crim6, looking at trying to salvage the situation, but gets cut down short, and Pacman with a pop-off. He's found 3 on the run. That lead is growing.
Yeah, but the thing is, the trade still comes through, and Team X still get the scrap time, so a chance for them to get into a position to try to control a little bit more time and space here. We will be at new, and the setup already looking pretty solid in this back main lobby area. Just comes down to, again, this is a wide space. Points of ingress are all over the place, coming down to if you can get the read, and as we're starting to get to the halfway point in this game, Ultras should start being earned as well.
Slacked, gonna wish he had that one back. Both players popping the Biovita boost, but his opponent gets the better of him here. The Aegis has been popped though. Crim6 now starting to think about maybe going for it himself. This point is under a lot of pressure, and Team Pacman are looking to move back in.
Pentagram just kind of shuts it down, though. This Aegis is not finding any value whatsoever. That is a massive shutdown. Now the read on where the final break attempt is coming through, thanks to the fact that Aegis had popped the sonar goggles, and oh my goodness, Team Aegis completely congest the break attempt, shut down the Aegis, and now the Ultra economy should start to lead towards Team Aegis as they finish off this zone.
It's not just the kill pressure you get, from that Ultra there from Aegis, it's also the information yielded. Being able to catch your opponents on the rotation is huge, and Slacked here just trying to make sure we can slurp up those last couple of points as Team Aegis draw within 1 point of Pacman.
And we're going to reset back over towards the middle here. BioVita, Slacked is getting challenged from behind, slides on through. Big shutdown coming out as Pacman was looking for a break on the backside. Pentagram also holding on towards the zone. Enable last one standing for Team Pacman as they're going to have to set themselves up for a break. And here it comes right from the front.
Now Pacman trying to work the periphery here. He's going to be able to find Crimsix working the way towards the point. They work Aegis out of the picture. And Team Pacman are back in it now. Starting to tick that score back up at a pretty critical junction midway through the round. Here comes the incendiary drone thrown out. Mag barrier stymieing that for the most part. It's going to be Crimsix surging forward and getting rid of Pac.
That's a heck of an interaction between Magsec Barrier and Incendiary Drone. That looked like it was going to explode right into the face of the Team Aegis break, but it does not quite work out the way it was intended to. Aegis now popped as there's still 13 seconds to fight for. Team Aegis growing their lead as Pacman tries to get around the play, but Pentagram, woo, slippery as he ever, able to take the shutdown, and now a chance for rotation to come through.
Yeah, he had to win that right. This makes it rotation for Team Aegis a little bit more comfortable. JCap would like to throw a spanner in the works here, though. Taking the long way around towards this point, trying to get there early. Knows he needs to play to the ACR strengths. He actually catches Pentagram with a back shot, so able to snap him up. Pretty nice, but Crimsix found 2 before getting picked off.
And this is still such a tough zone to try to pop their way into. Formally, it's going to work out, though. Last little hit.
Oh,
There you go. That's the El Medico Supremo, I think, being popped right on the outside of the zone, so a little bit of extra health being earned. Now Pentagram trying to push right through his incendiary drone, but currently the hold looking okay.
Sensor battening down the hatches here. 156 plays 57. It's as close as it gets, ladies and gentlemen. Enable still standing here, and Team Pacman finally start to relieve the pressure here. Aegis wins a key gunfight, though. With still 16 seconds left on this spot. We're midway through rotations to new here, but Aegis have a chance again with that scrap time to get that lead going again.
This is a punishing rotation for Team Pacman. They spawn all the way out. They are so far away from new. And in the meantime, not only are teammates scrapping together these last couple of seconds, they should have a couple of members here ready for this push. But it is coming all fully heavy-handed. Slash shut down as the initial play comes out. Pentagram following up, but you can only get one. Pinstripe goes the kill feed. We've got a 2v2 for the new zone.
Teammates are set up comfortably, though. Pacman going to be forced away. The Purifier might have to be popped here because he's running out of time to get value. Incendiary drone's able to pick up Slack there with a Pyrrhic victory for Pacman, but it's going to take more than that for his team.
Have to have something here, I think, ultra-wise if you're Team Pacman. This is such a tough break.
Dangerous.
Over towards TV. Long-range shots not going to land. Pentagram continuing to find the power of the MP7, but finally a pinch starts to come around from the outside. Sensor working, trying to find the final kill, but the BioVita turns the tides, and Team Aegis hold.
This is scary stuff. 197 and counting for Team Aegis here. Pacman has to go for it now. Sees Crimsix on the other side of those blocks, able to find a quick double, but traded out instantly from Pentagram, who needs to put himself back on the point here. And I think we're giving this one up for dead for the time being. Team Pacman regrouping for new.
That's still another tough concession, though, for Team Pacman. And how many times have we said Pentagram's name in all these key moments? I mean, he is looking saucy right now. 212, 162. Team Pacman is already set up, but you've got to see a hold come through. You need eventually a full 60.
All right, not a bad start. Pentagram out of the picture here. Sensor under a lot of pressure, though. Heavy trading back and forth for the 2v2, but Enable going to be able to be the last one standing here. Pentagram on his way over. No one benefiting here. No one capping. Where's Enable hiding? Yep, waiting for Pentagram to step up to the point, apparently.
Yeah, so much hit coming around the outside, but Pentagram sees it, tactfully retreats, gets a little bit of help.
They got him.
Team wipe. Unreal. Chance to win the game right here. No, not quite. There can be just a couple seconds off, so a rotation will have to come through, but win condition has been set here, Uber.
Absolutely. They really don't have to spend long on next to have this one in hand. Pentagram could really secure it with this Ultra all on its own. Can catching sense with that incendiary drone. It's deceiving, no doubt about it.
Those flames they seem to come out of nowhere sometimes. Couple of kills on the exit. 248 is where it stops. Rotation to new, already on the way forward. Slack decent read, but Pacman with the shutdown. Chance for a setup to come through as long as they can take care of Crimsix, but he's going to get 2, and now a chance for him to win the game by stepping on zone.
Yeah, he and Aegis are basically the only 2 standing. Pop the Aegis for a deterministic win here.
Wow.
And Team Aegis make it 2 in a row Looking incredible on Echelon HQ. My goodness, these guys are a well-oiled machine already, and your boy Krim there, yeah, he's slurping that water down. That's thirsty work out there.
I mean, this is just, wow. As soon as you start to think that there's going to be a moment for Team Pacman, Aces squad is just making the right reads, the right moves. On rotation, they were great, and that guy in your screen, Pentagram, was a difference maker.
Again.
In every single key moment, it felt like.